How you replace is up to you. In the tavern, there's a fairly large man. Horns that seem to curve back and point up, with another one that sits just straight in the middle. He's got gray scales, and underneath these gray scales that seem to glow in the light, seems to be an ember aura underneath them. His eyes, gentle, but shows age. Polishes the glass. There's a couple of people sitting amongst themselves, distant in their own little world, sipping on a cup of ale. Drinks he makes. Where are you all sitting?
Small as the door.
The door, it's 6 feet tall. It's a little easier to open up, but it's not too easy. It's been, wear and tear, creaks a little bit. So it's about 6 feet tall, kind of looks like it's been used quite a bit. Kicked in a couple of times too, so it's got a bit of dents in it.
Well, my character is currently trying to fit through the door.
What?
So my character is currently trying to fit through said door. Gotta remember, my dude's 8 foot tall and also carrying a chest on him.
That sounds like quite the sight.
Are you trying to come in?
Yes, we're currently trying to come into that.
Okay.
Struggling.
Hello and welcome those who are tuning in. I'd like to say this is my campaign. You're probably looking at my sheet right now. And hey, this is gonna be fun.
Well,
I mean,
work today, okay?
hey, this campaign, actually some of the new people are new.
Okay,
You're going to see,
I guess I'm sitting at a table that's sturdy enough to hold me.
you're going to go ahead and see,
If the bar has like one of those.
I don't know, Ember, Joannis, Mafia is our
Sitting at the bar,
DM.
he's sitting at the table.
We'll simply be calling him DM. Joannis is playing I think it's a tiefling bard. Bazin the Brave, I believe, is playing fighter. Taco About It, I know, is playing a Goliath dragon born.
Tell them an interesting
Taliesin Dampier is another warlock. I'm unsure what their patron is, but they are playing a warlock Dampier, which is just a crossbreed between a vampire and a human. And I'm playing this lovely character right here, Tamara Nash. Female variant human, warlock level 2, hexblade's what we're going for. So we're gonna have some fun, enjoy ourselves, and thank you for tuning in.
You all are in the bar. There's one person sitting at the bar. You hear behind, somewhere in the center of the area, there's this. Let's see. You hear someone talk. A very large dragonborn just sitting at a table. It seems to be holding his best of its weight. It doesn't creak, but it's holding him up. You see a tiefling just kind of sitting at the bar, minding their own business, as a very large man behind the bar polishes a glass with horns that kind of curl back and one in the center. He's got silver, like gray scales, and underneath is an aura of red that glows. Just behind them, there's a large hammer or maul, large hammer at the end of this maul that is ornately decorated and kind of behind a piece of glass. There's sparsely a couple of people scattered around. 2 people immersed in this man's tail. Anyone else?
Yeah. Tomorrow's over by Taco because previously shown in session 0. Bigger target means less likely to hit. Oh god.
Do you find that these people kind of been here for a little bit? They're not drunk yet. It looks like they just got their first drink, so they're just kind of sipping for a little bit. Carlson, what will you be doing?
I will too be at the bar. Also, what's the name of this tavern we are in?
The tavern is called The Spaces Between. You can hear, just on the other side of the bar, a faint huffing, shallow breathing, kind of like a animal sleeping. As the bartender looks up at the tiefling and over to you, Dalton. He says, "You guys are new here. Care for a drink?"
I'd prefer to keep a clear mind. I'm good.
I'll take some milk!
Milk. Interesting choice. Okay. Z reaches under the bar. He pulls out a nice little pitcher of milk, corked up, pops the cork, grabs a nice clear glass that he just finished polishing, pours you a cup, and hands it over. Recorks it, puts it down. Here you go, my friend.
Can I get a little honey with that?
A little honey.
Hi.
Well, one moment. He goes back into the back for a moment. He comes back with a little glass jar. Says, "I'll let you decide how much honey. You look trustworthy enough."
Mara gives a thumbs up. I'm assuming it's one of the little honey wands.
Yeah.
And just gently begins, reaction?
As you go to do that, he kind of grabs your hand and says, "Pal, that wasn't for you, my friend. I recommend you let go." Well, he currently has your hand that's holding the jar, so he's got his hand on that. You see, I need a little bit of money for that, because that honey isn't cheap. Or my little pal over here can take care of you if you're going to be like that tonight, my friend. We don't accept that kind of service. Fair enough. And he lets go of your hand. But keep in mind, I do expect some money for that.
I'm going to kill the boy.
Okay, well,
I'm going to kill Joannis.
Take 1 gold. If you want another jar, that'll be fine. Actually, I was only going to ask for 20 silver.
Could have killed Joannis.
20 silver would be 2 gold, but you know what? I was only kidding. But fair enough. Well, 1 gold. The honey is like 3 silver pieces.
Yeah, Tamara's gonna swipe that. That was her honey. I mean, and the barkeeper, obviously.
No worries for that, my friend. I will get you another jar of honey. We have a few.
Apologies.
So he goes back to grab another jar, and he comes back and he kind of eyes up that other figure that stole his the last jar and says, "Here you go." Quite an interesting night we're having. Better than the last few.
Yeah, that's really all. Tamara's adding honey to her. Yeah. Tamara's just adding honey. Not a lot, just a small bit. Probably a teaspoon.
Well, if you want any, I have quite a bit of ale I could sell you. But if you got something interesting to tell me, I might give you something special. Yeah, let's just stick with the ale. He grabs a pitcher and just starts opening up a cork to some ale, pouring it in there, and says, "You know what? Just take your ale."
Oh boy.
Mead we just ran out of yesterday. I wish I could give you some, but I am waiting on a shipment that I haven't received. It takes a little longer for that. I would give you some fresh mead that was supposed to be here. It's different when it's aged perfectly, my friend. But as I was saying, I would give you some regular ale, as you've had before. But if I give you some good mead, that would be different. It seems that I'm not getting the shipment I was supposed to get this morning. I don't know if it's running late or if it would stop.
Motherfucker. For those of you who don't know, I'm currently clutching my head and fucking shaking it because I can't believe that this is actually happening. We have a total show stealer here, and it's aggravating. I will let this show up on stream, and Joannis can know it, and I can really care less. It's getting very annoying, in all honesty. But I'm actually regretting streaming this because it's becoming less fun.
Never seen him before in my life.
Not a clue who he is. Last one. By all means, take care of him for us.
If he insists to be as much of a harsher issue. Brutus, awake. You hear the yawning behind the counter. There's a large black mastiff. Stretches and just kind of wakes up, and you can see just beyond the counter.
I'm not gonna kill the fucker. Aye, that I am.
So as I said before, you wouldn't have to be anything concerning. I was about to say, because
That's not polymorph.
yeah, that's not polymorph.
Oh. Kill him, please, kill him.
You kind of hear the dog just say, "Who are you?" Master looks at his master. If you keep it up, you'll be more than just bacon.
What the hell is going on right now?
He's trying to talk with the dog and convince it otherwise.
What? Like you gotta.
If you will, please. Not today. I'm not having a good day. As I said, I'm missing a shipment. No, not the dog.
Oh my god. The DM's literally fucking getting pissed off.
The shipment contained quite a bit of food, alcohol, mead, and I was supposed to get it this morning, before opening.
What path was the shipment on? As I say, from quietly sitting there watching, drinking my mead, while at the bar, watching all this happen.
Well, the reason why I'm questioning if you did it is because word came to me that it was a pack of goblins. And as you don't look to be a goblin...
Oh no, you're not mistaken. He's a goblin.
Sorry, there was so much happening. What did you say again? As he
What
ignored.
road? What road did that happen on?
It was off to the north. I'd say not even a day's travel.
And the people who carry your shipment, have you heard word from them?
They seem to have gone as well.
How much are you offering?
I'd say I'd offer a good 20 gold. It's quite a bit because I need this, or else we're not gonna make it till the next week.
Mother.
Keep your money. If you get me this shipment, I will give you the money, and I will give you a good week's worth of free rent on the house for getting me my shipment, of course.
Sounds like a deal, in my opinion.
I heard free bed. Where card?
Thank you, Taco. Please stop
Now,
talking.
keep in mind that, three of you guys are kind of off over there. You're not hearing this conversation.
Damn.
I stand up hearing the offer of this, and I look for the biggest guy to come and help me.
That'd be our Goliath.
In the bar tavern.
To which you see no one give in. I mean, as I said, you can keep your supplies. I'd be grateful just if you can get me my shipment.
That sounds sketchy as shit. I want to roll insight, because that says bullshit.
Okay. I'm gonna need Jonas to roll a deception check as well.
Nope.
Okay, so you can tell this man is completely shitting out of his ass. He's not telling the truth worth a damn. You have no idea where this man actually got it. But there's no way that he's the one that stole it.
Mm. Uh,
No, you came from the south. Trust me, mate, this is 100% from the north.
So I walk over to the hulking dragonborn that I saw earlier, and see pertaining to this story to compatriots, and ask him if he's willing to go on this quest for the tavern to go and get this money and shipment.
Well, the 20, as I said, the 20 gold is for his shipment. He's not paying you for your shipment. He's paying for his shipment.
For those who are wondering why I'm looking at my all this right here, it's because I'm getting fed up.
If you talk to him more, there's a difference in the product that he's getting. That's why he's offering so much.
he's got something special on that shipment.
I have a question, considering the background character and all that. Would Tamara actually know about this shipment due to being a part of a mercantile family? Or at least, like, if it's coming from the north, or if it's even a Nash delivery?
You know the trade route, but I will say that you don't know who it is from. It is probably an associate of the family. You don't know this exact associate. It's kind of like one of those higher up, but like kind of in the middle
Yeah.
of it. Kind of like you only know the higher ranking ones. This is kind of just like somewhere below that.
Yeah. But what?
So
Yeah.
you would know that it's a pretty good quality versus what he's offering.
And the path that was taken, since I know the trade route, well, would I know of any dangers or of hearing of any rumors that would have probably been spoken up about that path?
If you came from that path or in a general direction, you would know that there are occasional robberies of some shipments that would be, if they're not properly guarded, they would get attacked by goblins.
So it's Goblin Country, obvious, from what you're saying.
Actually, I was walking over to you, Aizen.
Yeah, Taco and Kamara were sitting next to each other. You don't have a shipment, I promise you. I know. He knows that you don't because he can see the quality that you have, and it's not the same quality.
Ryan? Yes, okay, you're all moving. And I can hear you somewhat.
Okay.
What happened? I remember Ember saying something about coming up to me.
Oh wait, which one's
And then everybody else.
He's in the dragonborn.
So there are the other Dragonborn was kind of just sitting at the end of the bar. Taka was just kind of sitting at the end of the bar listening.
Oh, that was Taco.
Duncan was sitting just on the same side, a booth next to where Taco is, and they're just kind of sitting there minding their business.
Who were the two that were up in a bar with me?
Bar.
Yeah, that would be Tolson, Ember, and I believe Jonas was walking around.
Okay.
Bison, weren't you also at the bar? No, no, you were talking with two people.
Yeah, I'm telling a story. The reason why I would like to know where Ember is because upon hearing goblins, I wish to immediately appear at the side of whoever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, like as soon as I heard of like the bounty, I went to go look for the biggest guy who can help me. And that's why I thought Goliath or Dave for Dragonborn. He was the tall guy that was struggling earlier, right?
Yes, the biggest guy in the room would be Taco.
Taco.
Yes,
Okay.
me.
My bad. I would have meant to walk over to Taco with him.
He is currently sitting at a table with Tamara.
Okay. Okay.
As the bartender sees this whole culmination going on, he looks over you, Tolson, and he says, "Would you like in as well?" It seems that they're on a path for going for it. I figured you might want to go in as well.
I'm not against it. Never killed a goblin before. It'd be interesting.
Well, I'm not exactly 100% sure how many goblins there would be. There's been rumors that there could be a cavern or cave somewhere up on that route, may housing a couple 10, and there's a leader amongst them. I can't quite know his name.
About how far up would we have to walk before you think?
Hey DJ, you're not missing much. It's been scathing. It's been scathing, man.
Rumor has it might be.
It's been scathing. I shit you not. Like, we have a player. Hold on, because
So hard to remember.
no, not the game log. Got the campaign right here. Joannis. Oh boy, let me tell ya.
Before you really reach the area that was last sought.
Joannis is. I mean, you see the profile picture for the character.
7 hours.
It's
supposed to be pretty soon. We have a lot of issues on that route.
Oh, TM question. Did I see guards walking in like earlier?
I mean, just yeah, it's being annoying.
To the north, there's a guard post. Usually houses between 3 to 4 guards, depending on the way out of town. Yes, on the way out of town, you should notice 3 to 4 guards, depending on the time. Right now, if you were to go out, I'd say it's about 7 in the afternoon, so there should be guards posted out there. Right, if you guys wait till 9, it'll be a shift change.
Okay.
Huh.
I just need to talk to him.
Oh, please let me see. I would love to see this, since he's already stolen because of my merchandise. As he kind of jokingly says this, he's noted, but he said it he was like, as a joke. Of course, I mean no harm. You've already paid your due. But it would be quite a sight to see, of course.
I'll agree on that.
Oh, please, my dearly beloved would not be too happy to hear this. But you would welcomely try, of course. Brutus.
I have a question.
As you hear the dog bark at his owner in a glee. Dog eats what it wants. Your question?
Never mind.
You kind of hear Duncan laugh at the bartender's joke, and he glances over and he says, "You know what? I've been listening this entire time. I'll join in on this."
Sounds good. I think we should be heading out now.
Aye.
As the bartender kind of looks over the bar and he sees 7 of you. It's like, okay, well, this seems like a solid group. Is there anyone else that wants to take up the offer? I wouldn't mind appreciation.
9.
Per person.
Oh.
Togtha kind of raises the hand and says, "Yeah, I'll go as well. You guys look like you're gonna need a little help."
That's
From
obvious.
what you said, there could be a little more, and you seem to already got a handful on your own. Yes, the goblins.
You've never dealt with a goblin, have you? They're not as cheery as you think them to be.
Just imagining like a bandolier of dynamite across his chest.
Goodness. You know, as he looks over to Tolson, if you will, please go. I don't know how much more of this man I can take, and he seems to be disturbing the rest of the guests. I should have a couple of influx of patrons coming soon.
It's okay. We'll deal with him.
I walk out.
As you see Tolson walk out, Togtha follows suit. Is anyone else following?
Aye. Tamara.
Tomorrow. Ember?
Oh, I said I was gonna walk out first.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, my bad. So Ember walked out first, Tolson then, and everyone else. Duncan seeing the group leave, as you hear him say, "Much appreciative. Good luck on your travels. Hopefully you all come back intact."
Don't hope too hard.
Yes, don't try and cheat out to this so far. As he looks over at Brutus and says, "Hope you're hungry later. You might get a couple of goblins, if they bring any back." Who is the last one to walk out?
Not tired, Taco.
No, man.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, he's not here right now, so I'll go ahead and narrate for him. As he approaches the door, he stares at it a little bit, trying to figure out, and just kind of awkwardly bends down and just kind of like can't seem to fit through the door. You hear the bartender kind of chuckle a little bit. He says, "You might want to bend a little lower, friend. The door seems to be too small for you. I noticed you had some issues coming in here earlier." Kind of looking back over at this bartender who's just as tall as him, because he's 8 feet tall as well. And he looks at the bartender, looks at you, and he's like, like, I think I'll go with the bartender. He seems smarter. And he bends down about a good 3 feet, kind of almost like at an angle, and walks out the door. You hear just as before the door closes, the bartender lets out a nice, healthy laugh. So now you're all outside, and you've been clearing off the pack mule. What would you like to do?
I was heading in the direction. He said it's about it. I'll go north guard outpost.
The guard post, as he was saying, would be to the north.
Right, yeah. Direction to the road, right?
The main road that you're on the main road, so if you just go straight down to like what would be north, you'll eventually reach there. You can see it off in the distance, a couple of guards standing out by their post.
Okay, yeah. Start walking to it.
As we're going. Go on us. I bet you 3 gold pieces. You can't juggle 3 pieces of those dynamite while riding your mule.
Make a performance check. So he looks over at you and he makes a good smile. And he's like, "Oh, I got this. That's 3 easy gold in my pocket." Takes 3 sticks of dynamites.
I have a question.
Okay,
yeah. You're gonna love this one. You don't even need to, yeah. You already know it's coming. And it's not the Hellish Rebuke.
Oh god.
Prestidigitation, all 3 sticks. Light them all.
Are you trying to do this stealthily, or are you just trying to do it?
Matters not, but stealth would be fun.
Okay.
It's not like she could go ahead. It's not like Tamara cares if she gets caught.
You know what, just for the hell of it, roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, cool. I have a positive on that. 50. It's a dirty 20.
Okay. So, as you start to, you kind of have an issue starting to juggle these sticks of dynamite. One kind of flies out, and you're not looking too good. And suddenly, the sticks of dynamite light up in your hand. One falls again. So you're sitting there holding one piece of dynamite in your hand. Slowly it's in your hand.
Hey, can I specify where the fuse starts?
I duck in the alleyway. I duck to the nearest building. I duck away from everything. This whole situation.
God, hold on.
I distance myself from everyone in the group.
Alright. So, there's one stick of dynamite laying unlit. There's a second piece of dynamite that's just fallen about 5 feet away from the group. And there's one currently in his hand. Alright, make a strength check.
Reaction. Can I go ahead and put them all out as he goes to throw?
So as you go to throw it, the fuse is slowly ticking down. And you throw it, and it lands about 10 feet away in front of you. And a lot of the people scatter, except Tamar. Tamar is just kind of standing there with a smug look. And nothing happens.
That was all 3, by the way. None of them are lit now. I like prestidigitation. Her. Or no, it is him.
You don't notice that she did it.
That's a little far-fetched.
Roll an insight.
Do I roll deception?
Yes.
I got a 17, and that's a nat, and I have a +6, so it's 22.
You get an idea that, you know, it's odd that Tamar didn't dip out when all these dynamite were about to explode. As Tamar just kind of stands there smiling, like, you think it was me? Huh, I couldn't have done that. What are you talking about?
I don't even know a spell that can do fire!
Look. You see the look in Tamar's face of just, no, there's no way. So, yes.
Amazing. Didn't think that was gonna go my way, but hey, better than expected.
Say that again.
Oh, just a side note.
Say what?
It only has 10 pounds of force. Anything heavier than 10 pounds is, you know, gonna make it disperse. Not to mention, what is he wearing?
It depends if you consider a wedgie an attack.
Yeah. That too, it's...
Yeah, you would not be able to do it. As you cast Mage Hand, it goes to, but then it disperses because of the weight of... Well, no, because it's not only lifting the garment, it's lifting him too.
It is.
Well, once it pulls, it's pulling his body weight too, and just kind of fades. So, you feel a little tug on the back side of you. There was a little tug before it just kind of.
the guard post.
You've reaccumulated and you walk to the guard post. And you see one of the guards who is kind of facing the group a little bit, watching what happened. And he kind of nudges the other to see one of them walk up to you guys and say, can I help you guys with?
You ordered the tavern, and what's the name of the bar? The spaces in between. Put us on this hunt that's up the north.
Yes, that man is very well known around these parts. He's got some pretty good meat and some ale. Stick around long enough and give him a good story, he'll probably give you some good drinks.
Okay.
But anyway, you're looking for the goblins.
Yes.
Well, these stories have to be quite unique. I mean, you've got to basically play a dragon for his top shelf. Ain't that right? Nothing beats a guy that came through and smited an ancient dragon.
The fuck is his name? Smite an ancient dragon.
came back months ago. Hey, Za, do you happen to remember him? He looks back and kind of shrugs. I don't know. Kind of a heavy armored guy. Had a big golden shield. Probably one of those higher guys that praise whatever god he believes in. I don't. He kind of shrugs a little bit. See? It was so long ago, we can't remember.
Does that sound familiar? I. eh.
Roll?
You said he smited a dragon?
Yes.
Oh god.
Which one?
It was. Well, it was just one of those green dragons up in the mountains, across the seas. Came through. Quite a good-looking man. Very, very well built.
I remember the man.
Could I make a history?
And you see that guard that you just kind of.
Goblins once used gate to kill an ogre.
Don't you look familiar? As the guard that was really talking, looks back to you, Jonas. Don't you look familiar?
Hi, yes.
Wait, I know you.
Never mind. So many
Could I make
faces
a
in
history check on this dragon smiter?
I was kind of asking the same thing, wondering if Tamara would know, or at least hear.
Both of you make. Yes, both of you make a history check.
17.
17, okay.
Give me a second. I'm trying to find my history. 17 as well.
Okay. You've heard of great tales before of a very prominent paladin that long ago, probably about 5 years ago, was a very strong paladin. He ended up with his group of 2 others, came across an ancient green dragon. You can't remember his name, but he did travel for a while until mysteriously disappearing.
No, we
Never know
will-
where he disappeared to. It was somewhere up in the mountains. The last great bout of him was that he was hunting for one of the great demon lords after fighting this dragon. But after he reached the mountains, no one's heard from him since. He's been missing for 5 years.
This is what they described as a tavern keeper. Yes? Am I mistaking something?
Oh, we're talking about something else, boy.
We're talking about
Say that again? I didn't catch that.
So,
Fella, I don't know what you're talking about. But, anyways, the goblins, right. I'd say the last time we've heard of it was we were told from Merlock. We were supposed to get a shipment in this morning, I believe.
That's what we're on.
And, I'd say it was supposed to be here 10 a.m. Early, bright morning, kind of right before noon. It would probably be a good 4 hours up the road.
This is getting annoying.
Well, we've sent a couple of guards up there, and they've also not come back. We're a little worried about them. That's why we're kind of short-staffed. Usually there's 4 here in the night. There's another 4 down to the south. And you'd usually see in the center of town a good other 5 patrolling with our captain. We sent 3 of them. Okay. But our captain was a little worried, so he sent a good 3 of them out. We haven't seen them back, so the captain's kind of keeping the rest of them here.
We'll keep an eye out for them.
Be much appreciative. Great soldiers. We don't want to lose any more.
I start walking.
Do be careful. It is getting nighttime, and these parts do get kind of dark. A little mysterious. We've seen a couple of shrouded figures wandering around here and there. Can't quite catch them. They always get away too fast. We always end up seeing one guy passed out in an alley somewhere. No, some of these people don't drink. A couple of them are women. Nah, these are the more prominent women. These are the holier women. They'll suddenly disappear.
Oh, the ladies? Oh.
And a sword thing. He drank too.
Well, there's always quite different things, but these women are sworn to it. They won't drink, not a bit. Not even of the sacred drinks. They stick to their balanced diet, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know.
Holy women not drinking. That fails the 78th goblin.
Well,
Holy vegans.
kind of overlooks your group. You guys look pretty good. I don't know what you guys are talking about, vegans and stuff. It sounds weird. Sounds more than just one thing in this world that's annoying. Zok kind of just. Can we get back to our patrol? You gentlemen be careful. I don't know, we don't really want to have to come hunt for you next. We're already short, dude. Don't die, you imbecile. As you see the other guard that's just been quiet the entire time, kind of just shaking his head as they stand off to the side and let your group pass. They all notice. They all got fucking 19 and 18. They noticed. Just keep in mind, it was 2 19s and an 18. They all fucking noticed. I didn't even try and add a modifier. You hear one of them kind of gag. The silent one just kind of holds his nose. So, make your way down the road, off to the north. Sun is setting. I'd say, are you guys traveling moderate speed or what's the speed group say?
Oh, does anyone here can't see the dark? I asked the group.
What did you ask?
Can anyone here not see in the dark? Do we need to go by torchlight, or are we fine without? I am fine without.
Jonas cannot see. Taco cannot see. Duncan cannot see. And Togtha cannot see.
Okay, I'll just start laughing.
Ember, by the way, if it gets dark, I want you to remember this. This is something that I found out interesting. Due to your dark vision and being a tiefling, you see in shades of red.
Oh, it's red. I thought it was gray. Okay.
Dark vision, yes. Everyone else except tieflings in dark vision see scales of red. I mean, scales of gray and all that. Tieflings see in scales of red because they are of their heritage.
Okay. Sounds good.
Does Devil Sight change anything, or is it Shades of Grey as well?
Devil Sight, through magical and non-magical, you can see 120 feet as if it's clear, as if nothing changed.
That's amazing.
Yes, I have Devil Sight, so I keep on mashed about that. I know Tolson and Tamara both have Devil Sight.
That's dope as hell.
Bison, do you have Dark Vision?
Muted.
I'll check real quick.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at it real quick.
If I can see, like, probably some of
Bison
them.
does also not see. So currently, it is only you three.
Oh,
So most of the group cannot see, except for you three. And as the others,
I'll leave the group.
no, I can't see in the dark. So okay, you go ahead and light a torch.
Right, yeah, I'll take lead.
All right.
So yeah, what pace do you guys want to walk in?
Probably normal pace, yeah.
Yeah, some moderate, yeah.
If we need to camp, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're looking for them guys.
All right. Ooh, that's not good. As you're walking at a decent speed, the sun is slowly setting off to your left. In about 3 hours, you get to an area that seems that it's a little too quiet. You hear a couple of birds chirping that would be off in the distance, but they're not exactly 100% too close. As you continue walking, about another hour. Huh?
I was gonna say along the trip, can you just make a general perception check, like just one for the trip?
Go ahead and make a when you reach that point, make a perception check.
Ten.
10 total or 10?
10 flat.
All right. For the most part, you can see the tree line. You probably see a bird fly past. Nothing seems too off. I mean, it's a little quiet. Quieter than it would be, but I guess it's probably just nighttime. Some animals are going to sleep. Nothing out of the different. Just seems a little quieter than usual. Probably goblins off in the distance, worrying the animals of the forest.
The
2 hours into your trek, the sun is finally set. It's dark out. Only your torch lights its path. You come up about 30, well, in your sight, and everyone else's sight, they can see this, 30 feet in front of you, just out of the 20 feet of light.
What about Devil Sight?
This is why I said everyone that can see in the dark, as in the three of you, you can see this, except for the other people because of the 20 feet of light.
Okay.
So 30 feet, you see what looks to be just informing the group now. Everyone except Ember, Paulson, and Tamara cannot see this. So only those three can see this right now. 30 feet off in the distance, you see what looks like disturbed ground. You could probably see dark patches of what could be blood. It's dark. Don't know, probably could be blood, built liquids or some sort. It's not glistening, it just looks darker patches in the ground. Some wood strewn about. There's a wheel from a caravan. Yeah, You can turn it off if you want. You can see a caravan wheel sitting off to the side, just at the edge of the trail or the path.
Investigate for tracks. See path for the wheels or footprint.
Oh, there's no wagon. It's only a wheel and a couple of dark patches. And this is 30 feet off, so are you going to approach this area?
Yeah.
Okay, so now everyone can see this. Alright, so go ahead and make a survival check. Or you can make a survival or an investigation. I'll leave that up to you.
15 total.
Alright. As you're looking around, you see those patches that I was talking about, that they are blood. Dried blood. Probably older. Not enough to kill anyone, but it looks like some people were definitely injured.
Mm.
Jonas, I did see your 20 on this one, so I'll count it in as well. You notice the caravan obviously is missing. You don't know how it got far because
It was missing a wheel.
it's missing a wheel. You see drag marks that go off into the forest. Jonas, you notice that based on what you're looking at with the blood, it had to have been this morning because it's dried up by now, like really chalky, kind of gritty because it's mixed in with the dirt. There wasn't anything left other than these couple of wood pieces. Nothing burnt and no body. There's no food or anything missing. All it is just this. And you notice as well that there's drag marks that lead into the forest to the left of the trail, where that wheel is also sitting to the left of the trail.
I point out the drag mark for the rest of the group if they don't see it, and the direction it's headed.
You said there wasn't anything missing from the park?
Nothing is on the ground, so you can assume there was nothing missing. Everything had been taken.
Have an idea. An odd idea, but an idea nonetheless.